Hello, I'm in Inwood Hill Park. Maybe you can hear some children playing in a playground down there. Anyway, I'm going to walk up these stairs, these golden stairs, and talk about this book as I take it back to the library, because up these stairs and around through the woods, there's a branch of the New York Public Library where I got this book, which is new, September 2025. So it is Israel on the Brink, the 8 revolutions that could lead to decolonization and coexistence by Ilan Pappé. So now I'm going to put my book back in my bag and go up the hill. So, what goes on in the book? As stated in the, who is Ilan Pappé and why did I read it? I saw him interviewed recently on the Chris Hedges YouTube podcast thing, talking about this book. And I'd been aware of him before as an Israeli, Jewish Israeli, who is anti-Zionist, and that's a perspective that I think is healthy to look at right now. So I wanted to read the book, and I liked the interview. And in the interview, in which I will post a link to, and in the book, in the beginning of the book, he starts talking about how the religious thing in Israel is corresponding quite a bit with the religious thing in the USA. This sort of venturing into fundamentalism, really heavy-duty fundamentalism, enough to even embrace fascism and so forth. And that, see how far I've come already? And that fundamentalism is not unlike what has been going on in the USA for, the past 50 years or whatever, as all this has been building of this right-wing fundamentalist kind of attitudes about, everything.
From a marginal group in the 70s and the 80s, they became a powerful political force because they succeeded in paving the way into the more impoverished parts of the Israeli Jewish society, especially among the second and third generation of North African Jews who lived in the slums of the big cities.
He states quite explicitly that he's a leftist. So yeah, it's it's a little warm. It's like 48 degrees. He says he's a leftist and an anti-Zionist, and that's what the book is about. So it's really a hopeful look. I mean, even in the end, the last chapter, he goes into a really kind of a fictional thing. Well, it is absolutely fictional. It's sort of diary entries, imagining the future and imagining a decolonized, or the steps of decolonization that could make, Israel, Palestine, a reasonable place again. and all the factors that need to go into doing that. He also tells us why this all occurred. Back to the Balfour Declaration, whatever, 1916 or wherever it was, where the guy in England said, oh yeah, we can just send the Jews to Palestine. We'll give them this area here, and don't worry about it, there's no people there. Anybody that's interested, after the past couple of years, probably knows quite a bit about Palestine and how it got into the predicament it is currently in. He does go through that, and then talks about the hardening that has occurred in the past few years of this, kind of fundamentalism in the Jewish culture of Israel, and how that is in conjunction with the militarism and the Christian Zionism in North America and the militarism in North America. So, ultimately, as I can look at the Israelis and all what they're doing and their indoctrination that led them to do what they're doing, which I see as, basically killing the people who were there for their land to take it over, as this kind of European sort of place. Because he goes through the types of Jews that were attracted to Palestine when Palestine, started really kicking in as Israel post 1948. The American Jews didn't really want to go. They had a fine thing here, and it was like, we're going to go live in the desert? What are you talking about? So, and he talks about the inherent racism of the whole thing. How the Palestinian Jews, the ones that were there, are looked down upon by or are, you have to choose. You can't be a Jewish, an Arabic Jew. No, you have to be either Jewish or Arabic, because these are, they cannot be in one person at one time. So, in offering his solutions, he offers many solutions. Revolutions that have to occur. One of them is basically the structure of the United States has to change somehow. And in the fantasy he wrote at the end, he has the United States finally deciding to sanction Israel, in I think it was 2031, or maybe it was, it all goes up to 2048, which is the 100th anniversary of UN declaring that this over here is Israel. So there's that. So the book is a history book, so it's a little bit, it's not the most pleasant read in the world, and there might be other books by Ilan Pappé that are maybe more instructive to really learn about. This is very instructive what's going on in Israel and what can happen, and it's a hopeful book, and we can only just hope at this point for something better. I can't, what can I do? I'm just a guy, an old man in New York who's basically done nothing to make the world better for anyone. So, we can only hope that somehow things improve and that he shows the way that things have to go in order for things to improve. And I'm kind of really sort of doubtful myself that this is going to happen, and which is just sad because there's so much power into this colonial Christian identity American thing. So much money and machinery and weaponry and so much energy in that negative direction that I don't know how to change the course of it. Maybe you can. He talks about the future generations, and actually, one of the main hopeful things is young Palestinians. Palestine is a very young population, and everybody's like under 25 or something. So, provided they'll get murdered. Something up here in the park. Oh, a rolling machine. I didn't expect a rolling machine. So, a rolling machine. Yeah, so he offers these hopeful things that ways forward, and the struggles connected to those things to make it happen. And as I was saying, the power is so much and for so long been connected to this. And once AI comes in or something, some sort of AI ruler that's running everything, it's like, I don't know. So, Israel on the Brink by Ilan Pappé. It was a good book, and you might want to read it your own self and decide for your own self what you think about these weighty issues in our time. I'm sure you have at least the intellectual power that I do, and should be able to conquer it quite easily. And putting your AI brain together, you can figure out how to make everything better for humans. All right? All righty. Seems like some trees fell down. They block off the path. Should I go up there and see what's going on?